Hey guys, welcome back to Fitness with Soyre. I'm Soyre at Patch 21 in Spencer, West Virginia. Today we're going over a chair workout that good old Justin picked for us. So for this, you just need a chair. We're going to do our stretches on the chair, we're going to do the main workout on the chair, and we're also going to do our cool down on the chair. So you need a chair throughout all of this. If you also want to grab weights, that'll be for more advanced people. That's up to you, but that's completely optional. Throughout all of this, do your best. Don't try overdo it. It's always better to do too little than too much. If you do too much, you can injure yourself and be hurt, so you'll be out for a few days, or it could be worse. If you do too little, you won't injure yourself. So before we start, we're also going to do these in time intervals or reps. Most of these will be time intervals, but if you want to do reps, you can try to figure out how to implement that into your routine. It's up to you. But like I said, we're doing time intervals for most of this. So like I said, you need a chair, and we're going right into it. So the first one is called calf stretch. You're going to go behind the chair, and you're just going to pick whichever leg you want. And I'm starting on my right leg, so that one's going to go farther back than my left leg. And I'm just going to go until I can get it flat-footed or as close to flat-footed as possible, and I feel the muscle tighten or pull. For this, you should feel your calf tighten or pull a little bit. So your left leg is just your plantar, so you don't fall face first. You go lean on the chair, and then for this case, my right leg, I should feel the calf muscle tightening, pull a little bit. That's good. That's the muscle we're stretching. Whatever muscle we're stretching, we should feel it tighten or pull. And hold these for about 10, 15, 20 seconds, 25 if you want. Throughout all of this is just preference, like I said at the beginning. So adjust to your own fitness level, adjust to your own comfortability. Just go at it. But now we're going to switch sides, same concept. Now my left leg is going to go as far back as it can go without burn being too intense. And then my right leg is just going to be my plantar, and we're just going to stretch my left calf now. And remember, breathe throughout all of this, so we're going to just breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. If your chair is sliding a bit, just adjust the chair accordingly. It's sliding a little bit for me. That's because I'm putting pressure on it. I'm leaning into it. But the next one's called leg swings. So once again, you just need to be behind the chair. You're going to grab the back of the chair. Make sure you're not going to kick anything. And you're just going to swing your leg back and forth. For this, once again, you should feel your calf or hamstring tighten or pull a bit. That's good. That is the muscle we're stretching right now. But if it's too intense, don't go as high as you're doing, or don't go as fast as you were going. So like right here, if that's too high for you, don't go that high. If you can only go right here, that's fine. Just adjust to your own fitness level once again. Oop. I just kicked the wall, so maybe we need to move forward a little bit. And you can kick the floor, of course. So if you're like scraping like that, that's alright, that's perfectly fine. And once again, for these, you want to do time intervals, where you can do 10 for over here, 10 for over here. It'll just be easier for you if you do time intervals. And now we're going to switch sides, same concept, different sides. Once again, we're just using our other foot as a plantar foot, so we're not going to be swinging everywhere. Well, we are going to be swinging everywhere. But then our other one's just going to be swinging back and forth. And once again, as throughout all of this, do this for however long you want, 10, 15, 20 seconds, 25 if you want, all personal preference. Our next warm-up stretch is called donkey kicks. So these are not the ones we normally do. This one involves the chair. Once again, you're going to stay behind the chair. You're going to put your hands on the back of it, and you're going to kind of bring your knee as far up as you can go, hip level or farther up if you can. And then you go kick back like a donkey. So you go bring it back, and so up as far as you can go, hip level or not. If not, that's fine. If this is as far as you can go, that works too. Just wherever works best for you, and you go kick back. And you go alternate sides, same concept. Once again, do time intervals for these, or if you want to do 5 on one side, 5 on the other, that works too. just personal preference. And just, these are just stretches, but don't forget to breathe. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Oop. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Our next one is called the chest stretch. You need to sit down for these. And for these, you're going to sit towards the middle or the edge, whichever one you want to do. And then you're going to grab the back of your chair and kind of just lean forward, pop your chest out, push the shoulders back, make sure your chin's up too, and grab at the bottom of the chair or the side, wherever works for you. And like I said, you're just going to lean forward for this. You should feel your back stretch, your upper back, your shoulder blades. Hold this for about 10, 15, 20 seconds. I'm only going to hold it for roughly 15. Our next one's called a seated yoga position. And once again, this is just where you're sitting. You're keep your back as straight as possible. And then you're just going to put your hands above your head. You're going to make a point. So like a picture of a pyramid or a sharp triangle. I don't think that's what it's called. But you get my point. And then you're just going to make it as straight as possible. And once again, for this, you want to hold it. You should feel your back stretch, your arm stretch even a little bit. But that's all our warm-up stretches. Now we're going into our exercises. There's going to be 5 of these. To do a whole set, you'll start with the first one, which I'm about to show you. Work your way down to the last one, and that'll be 1 set. If you want to do multiple sets, you'll just keep repeating. But we're just doing 1 set myself. If you want to do multiple, I encourage you to do that. It's just up to you. So, we're going to start with the stand stretch. So for this, you can have your hands just kind of dangling if you want. I recommend you kind of just hold them in front of you so they're not just doing whatever. But you're just kind of sitting, or you're standing up, and then you're sitting back down. Try to keep your back straight. So once again for this, you can do 10 sits or up and downs. It's like starting now. Hold on. That'll be 1 because this is my starting position. So this is halfway through that. And now this is up. So that'll be 2 I just did. But if you want to do time intervals, so 10, 15, 20 seconds, 30 seconds if you're feeling froggy for these, once again you can do that. And you're just sitting down, keeping your back straight as possible, and then you're standing up. And go however slow you want, because if you're going just like you're kind of just bouncing up and down, you're not going to really feel a burn for that. You might, but you're not really working the muscles we're focusing on right now. So you kind of just want to go slow, take your time. Anyone can throw a weight around, not a lot of people can control it. So after this, we're going to do a plank. So for these, you're going to just grab the side of the chair. I'll show you in a second. When you grab the side of the chair, keep your back and body as straight as possible, and you just go hold it. So once again for this, you can do time intervals. So that's the only thing you can do. So like 15, 20, 35 seconds, however long you want.
Can you push the chair?
Yep.
Just a little bit further. Yep.
All right, there we go. And you just kind of go grab it. And you can either have your arms bent or grabbed like I had previously. If you're more advanced, more accustomed to this, you can go straight arm, grab the side of the chair. But if you're a beginner, try to go down, have your arms bent. If you're shaking at any point, that's fine. You're really working that muscle. But if it becomes too intense, take it back a few notches. Remember, breathe while you're doing this. So breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Next, we have knee raises, and for these, you're going to be sitting down once again. And wherever you can have your, depending how long your legs are, is depending where you sit, just try to have your back straight as possible. So since I have shorter legs, I mean more towards the front. If you have longer legs, you can sit back farther, of course. but you're just going to be raising the knees. And if you're a beginner, you're not as used to this as someone else more seasoned, you keep your feet on the ground while they're in the air. So like my right leg's going up, left leg is on the ground, right leg's going back to the ground, left leg is going up in the air. If you're more accustomed, more seasoned to this, you've been at this for a bit, you can have them up in the air. Hold on. So, and then you go up and down, and don't let them touch the floor. This is if you're more accustomed to this though, you're more seasoned, more advanced, so to say. So beginners will just sit wherever they want. Once again, I have shorter legs, that's why I'm closer to the front. But just sit wherever you want, back straight, and you're going up, go have it touch the ground. And you just go alternate. For these, you can do 10 up and downs for each side. So that'll be 1 for each side. But if you want to do time intervals, see how many you can get, go for that too. 10, 15, 20 seconds, just like we've been doing previously. And once again, always remember to breathe during this. That way you have proper oxygen flow. You're not going to get lightheaded or pass out throughout this. Because, you don't want to pass out. Just a few more of these and we will go to our next stretch. So our next stretch is called torso twists. And torso twists are where you, once again, sit wherever you like. But make sure your back's straight. And you're going to put your hands across your chest. And you're going to lean. Well, not lean. You're just twisting only your torso. So try and don't move your hips too much. Don't move your legs too much. But you're twisting the upper part of your torso, lower part, even if you can do that. And you're leaning to one, or twisting one side, sorry. And you're going to twist to the other. Oh yeah. More advanced people. If you're, once again, this is what I was talking about earlier in the video, at the beginning. If you are more accustomed to this, more seasoned, once again, you can use weights. So you, instead of holding your fists like we were prior, just twisting. If you're more accustomed, more seasoned to this, you have the weight, and you, tripping on my words, sorry about that. But the weight is just however heavy you can handle. For all of this, adjust to your own fitness level. So if 5 pounds is all you can do, that's perfectly fine. If you can do a whole 25 pounds, go for that too. Just whatever is best for you. And so you're just going to twist with a weight in your hand now. And if you don't have dumbbells at your house, you can always use a frozen water bottle or a frozen milk jug. Just make sure you're not to go spill it or anything, or if someone's using it, don't use that. And for these, you do want to do time intervals. It's a lot easier than doing the reps. So you can do 10 or 15. And once again, for this, go however slow you want, not however fast you want. Because if you just start going willy-nilly, super speeds back and forth, you're not really going to feel it. But if you go slow and really push your limits, so because if you're going fast, you're not going to go as far as you would if you're going slow. And once again, try to keep your back straight throughout this. Just a few more, and then we will do our last exercise for the day. So our last exercise for the day is called Legless. If you want to, you can hold the weight. That'll be for really seasoned people. So you hold the weight, and you just keep your back straight, and you alternate like this. Don't let your feet touch the ground. But if you're a beginner, which I'm assuming some people are beginners, you're going to hold your hands on the side or the back, wherever you prefer for this once again. And you're just going to raise one leg, drop it down, raise the other. Try to get it a little bit more fluent, less robotic. Right now I'm going robotic, I'm going real slow. I'm trying to make sure you guys see what you need to do. If you're more seasoned, you're intermediate, you feel like you know what's happening, and you're ready to take it to the next stage, you can cut out where your feet touch the floor. So once again, this time you kind of have your feet just kind of out straight, not touching the floor, and you go raise 1. As you can tell, my legs are already starting shaking. This is really for the more advanced people, more seasoned, so to say. And then if you feel like, all right, I don't need to hold the chair no more, this is when you go grab the weight, and then you just hold the weight, keep your back straight, and you alternate the leg lifts. Once again. Do this for however long you like, 10, 15, 25, 30 seconds if you want. Remember to breathe while you're doing it, so breathe in, and then breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out. A few more seconds though. So that's your first set done. Congratulations. If you want to do multiple sets, like I said before we started, you start with the sit and stand, work your way down to legless like we just did. That'll be 2 sets. If you want to do 2, 3, 4, or 5, go for it. But once you get done, you're done with your workouts, you want to cool down so your muscles aren't piping hot to doing nothing. So let me move the weight out of the way so I'm not kicking it around real quick. For the cooldown stretches, it could be any stretch that you know of. It could involve a chair, or it can involve no chair. It could be ones we warmed up with, or it could be different ones. I'm going to show you just a handful of different ones involving a chair. So one's just toe touches. You can do this from the front or the back. I'm going to do this from the front. If you feel like you can get your leg higher, you can do it from the back. But for this, you're just going to rest your heel on the chair, and you go lean forward and touch your toes. So for this, you should feel your hamstring, your upper calf, and really the bend of your leg tighten, pull a little bit, a burn there, so to say. That's awesome. Once again, we're cooling down, so it doesn't need to be as intense as warming up, but it still needs to be there. And once again, just like for everything else throughout this, you would time intervals for these, so just 10, 15, 20 seconds. That's the common thing for most of the things. Just try to find a time interval, and then you just stick with it throughout the whole workout. Once you do whatever side you start with, was for me, which is my right, we're going to move to my left side. Once again, just rest your heel on the chair, back, or where you sit. It's up to you. You're going to lean down and touch your toes. Another one you can do is just called it's called ground touches, but you're just going to grab whichever side you want, and you go lean down as far as you can go. If you can touch the floor, that's amazing. If you can't, that's alright. And you should feel the side tighten, pull. Once again, that's the muscle we're stretching. That's awesome. Another one you can do is just, it's kind of like our torso twist we did previously, but you're going to just grab one side of the chair and you're twisting the whole front of your torso and holding it there. So I'm grabbing my right side of the chair, and I'm leaning towards it. My back is straight, and I'm looking forward. So you want to hold these for about 10, 15 seconds once again, like what I said prior. And now we're going to switch sides, same concept. So we're keeping the back straight. We're grabbing the side of the chair, and we're just pushing ourselves, pulling ourselves to that side, keeping our hips where they are in a resting position too. Then we go back to our resting position. But that's all I have for you today at Patch 21 in Spencer, West Virginia. I'm Sawyer. I hope to see you guys next time.